Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Professor Bill Fraser, the Dean of the Medical School, and I would like to extend a warm welcome to all of you, especially the graduates, their parents, relatives, and friends who are taking part in this celebration of success for the medical graduates of the class of 2020 at the University of East Anglia Norwich Medical School. We are here today to celebrate the culmination of up to 6 years of hard work by today's graduates, leading to the award of the MBBS degree. This has been an extraordinary year, and it's important to recognise just how exceptional this year's graduates are. As well as the rigours of learning and demonstrating the practice of medicine, they've had to overcome the additional burden and interruption to their studies of the COVID pandemic. All of today's graduates have my admiration for their achievements, and all involved in teaching and tutoring this year recognise the hard work, the resilience, fortitude, and talent that has enabled them to graduate from Norwich Medical School. Now, many of this year's graduates have already been working for the NHS, either in a volunteer capacity, acting as nurses or as interim FY1 doctors, or in care homes. And it has filled me with great pride to receive messages of gratitude, praise, and the many plaudits from hospitals throughout the country, acknowledging the dedication, compassion, quality of care, and knowledge demonstrated by this year's graduates when they have been performing the many varied tasks required in these hospitals during the COVID crisis. I am sure that the experience gained in these roles will have benefited both the patients and our graduates. The feedback received to date fills me with confidence that the class of 2020 will all be celebrated in future for their ongoing achievements in medicine, built on an excellent foundation of training received during their undergraduate years. I would now like to hand over to the Vice-Chancellor, David Richardson, who will say a few words to the class of 2020 on behalf of the University of East Anglia.
Hello, I'm David Richardson, the Vice-Chancellor of UEA. I want to say a warm welcome from Norwich to all of you from wherever you are in the world joining us today. I also want to congratulate each and every one of you on your wonderful achievements in attaining your degrees. The conferment of your degree marks the culmination of a great deal of individual hard work, and you should be really very proud, rightly very proud of your achievements, as I know all of your family and friends will be. Now, achieving a degree is always a very special moment. But in this year of 2020, I think it's an even more special moment. And that's because you've achieved that degree in circumstances which no previous year of UEA students has ever done. It has been absolutely unprecedented what you've had to face. Now, I know it may not feel like it now, but I think that the resilience that you've shown, the inspiration that you've shown during this time of pandemic will actually serve you well in the future. It will help you cope with whatever the world throws at you from now on. But I hope that you can also take a moment to look back at your time at UEA, to look back at the friends you've made, the wonderful memories that you'll have to take away with you. You will become a member of the UEA alumni, a family of 150,000 people from around the world, from some 120 countries around the world. And they'll always be there for you. The UEA family is there every day of your life, henceforth. Please do stay in contact with all the many friends that you've made. Now, I think you will also be aware that at UEA over the past few months, we've worked in many ways to support our community in tackling the pandemic. We've been producing personal protective equipment. We've been producing hand sanitizers. Many of our students have gone into the NHS as nurses, as doctors. And many of our students and our staff have also helped our wider community in many different ways to deal with the pandemic. And I know that many of our alumni around the world have been doing likewise in their local communities. You may be pleased to know that actually on our campus, some 70 NHS workers were actually resident in our halls of residence, perhaps in rooms that you used to occupy. And that was because we were providing ways for them to isolate while they were working on the front line. Now, one of the hardest decisions I ever had to make as a Vice-Chancellor was to cancel the July 2020 graduation ceremonies. But I was always determined that we would provide another opportunity for you to come together. And I'm pleased that we were recently able to announce that we can do so in July 2021. But I'm also pleased that we have the opportunity to celebrate virtually the conferment of your degrees. And it is an opportunity to perhaps come together with your tutors and with your friends on these online events. I do hope that you enjoy them. But I, for one, I'm looking forward to welcoming you back to Norwich in 2021, when we can all be together again and I can meet your friends, families, and you can introduce them to your wonderful tutors who supported you so well during your studies here at UEA. And as you graduate from us and you join our wider UEA community, please be assured that we will always be here for you. We're here to help you with careers advice. We're here to give you support during the pandemic as it continues to progress. Please do stay in contact with us. But I want to finish by once again congratulating you on your wonderful achievements. I want to give you my very best wishes for the future. The world faces huge challenges going forward, but I, for one, feel that our future is safe in your hands. Do take care. Many congratulations again, and thank you very much.
Good afternoon. I'm Professor Alice Burns and I'm the MBBS Course Director. A huge welcome to all our graduates, family and friends, and it's wonderful to see you on this beautiful summer day and to be able to participate in this celebration of your graduation. It's now been 117 days after lockdown started in the UK. It's really hard to think back to last September 2019, when the new academic term started and the buzz in the lecture theatre was alive with tales of your electives, intercalation, holidays, and your lives. In other words, it was all really very normal. You were all looking ahead to see what the year might hold and trying to work out how on earth do I apply for foundation. All was going well with modules 13 and 14, the SJT, the PSA, and then the ominous signs started to loom in the news in February. Your OSCEs squeaked under the line, but these were swiftly followed by the abrupt end to all clinical placement and cancellation of your written assessment, for which I know you all work so hard. The scale of change for the MBBS course is unparalleled, and there have really been some difficult decisions to make. From this, we are learning to do things differently. We're taking opportunities wherever we can to enhance the future learning for our students. It has been unprecedented and bizarre, and we have all had to find the resilience to keep going, to be agile and flexible in our approach, and most of all, somehow to stay motivated. We've all had our darker days, when the thought of yet another walk round the same block has perhaps been a bit too much. But it's also been a time to be a little kinder and a little more forgiving. Your patience and your understanding has inspired me to keep going at this time of great change. Your individual messages of support, your ideas and contributions have been wonderful. And I just wanted to say how much I appreciated them. The pandemic is bigger than all of us and it's not in our control. But keeping your goal of graduating in medicine in sight and holding on to that, despite all that was happening, helped you to stay focused. The cancellation of clinical placement brought opportunities, and many of you have contributed in many different ways to supporting the NHS and the care sector, and we are so proud of you all. Never has the NHS been so publicly valued. Healthcare workers and key professionals have never before been applauded on the streets. The sharing of personal experiences, often heartbreaking, has reflected a growing empathy in society that I know you will take with you into your future practice. You are going to become part of this NHS and will help to shape its future as doctors now and for tomorrow. Reading the Hippocratic Oath has become a traditional and important landmark as part of the graduation of our students, and it affirms your transition from being a medical student to a practicing doctor. I would like to now invite you to join me in reading the Hippocratic Oath.
At this time of being admitted as a member of the medical profession, I solemnly pledge to act with honesty and integrity and to make the health and well-being of my patients my first concern.
To remember that there is art to medicine as well as science, and that compassion and understanding may be more important than drugs or surgery.
Furthermore, I will respect my patient's right to confidentiality. I will work with colleagues in the ways that best serve our patient's interest. I will not permit consideration of religion, nationality, race, politics, or social standing to intervene between my duty and my patient.
I will keep my professional knowledge and skills up to date. I will be generous with my time, my skills, and my knowledge towards my patients, my colleagues, and my students.
To all here present today, I make these promises solemnly and freely.
It is my pleasure now to announce the prize winners for this year. The Dean's Award for the top performance in the OSCE clinical assessment is awarded to Josh Chambers. Congratulations, Josh, an amazing achievement. The post-elective prize winners are Sophie Edmonds, Bryony Keir, and Zoe Matthews. It's been amazing to hear about your wonderful experiences, and these will no doubt stay with you forever throughout your professional career. The Batty Shaw Prize is nominated by peers and recognises an outstanding contribution to the MBBS course. This prize is awarded this year to Josh Chambers. Congratulations, Josh. It was a privilege to hear of your contributions and how valued they have been to your fellow students. Finally, the Prescribing Safety Assessment is a national exam sat by all UK medical students, which is about 7,500 students. This year, they have acknowledged the achievement in the PSA of these students, who not only passed, but did so with distinction, which meant they had to score more than 95%. We are delighted that one of our graduates, Hannah Armstrong, has been awarded distinction. Well done, Hannah. It's a phenomenal achievement. I would now like to hand over to Professor Bill Fraser and Professor Vina Rodriguez to announce the degree awards.
Thank you very much, Alice. Could we have the list up, please? I'm sorry I don't see the list yet. Could you bring that up for me, please?
Okay. Hasham Ahmed, Myra Ahmed, Saeed Akhtar, Awab Alam, Mohammed Alwan, MBBS and MRes Clinical Science, Lucy Andra Leutsch, Charlotte Andrew, Alice Appleton, MBBS with merit, Hannah Armstrong, MBBS with MClined, Clinical Education, Haysam Asif, Victoria Bain, Freya Bako, Bethany Balachandran, MBBS with MSc Cognitive Neuroscience, Jody Baxter, Mohammed Beg, Daisy Bevis, MBBS with merit and MClined, Clinical Education, Sambal Bhatti, Ruth Bingham, Catherine Bretherton, Sebastian Brown, MBBS with distinction, Anne Campbell, Aaron Carlyle, Omar Carney, Abby Carter, Alex Carter, Max Chokley, Joshua Chambers, MBBS with distinction, Anton Chan, Madeline Charles Rudwick, Sonia Chauhan, MBBS with MClined, Clinical Education, Jaspreet Chima, MBBS with distinction and MClined, Clinical Education, James Chia, Abigail Coombs, Juliet Coots, MBBS with distinction, Charlotte Crook, Rachel Dean, MBBS with MRes Clinical Science, Zoe Dedman, Maria Dinescu Charlesworth, Daisy Donaldson, MBBS with distinction and MClined, Clinical Education, Madeline Durkin, David East, Sophie Edmonds, Ayomide Ekunola, Rifat Ershad, MBBS and MClined, Clinical Education, Cara Fitzpatrick, Rachel Flynn, Miles Geldart, Jacob Gentile, Stefanos Gobriel, Hannah Greenacre, MBBS with merit, Jennifer Griffiths, Jonathan Hall, Lavisa Hamid, Frederick Harris, Alexandra Holditch, MBBS with distinction, Andrew Holliman, Charlotte Horrigan, Naomi Hudson, MBBS with merit, Mohammed Hussein, Sarah Imbush, MBBS with MClined, Clinical Education, Amy Jackson, Badushi Jagannathan, Benz Josiah, Anupa Karunajiva, Bryony Keir, Daniel King, Albert Coomson, Pavan Kuna, Alexander Korosi, Natika Kugapala, Jomo Kukblenyu, Kaylan Ladd, Liam Leonard, MBBS with merit, Wenjian Lee, Morgan Lujan,
George McFarlane, MBBS with distinction, MRes Clinical Science. Mohammed Mansour. Cameron Martin, MBBS with merit. Harry Mathewson. Aruni Mathilargan, Zoe Matthews, Rebecca McCulloch, MBBS with MClin Ed in Clinical Education. Lauren McQuillan, Mayura Meenakshi, Rahul Mita, Abeku Mensah, Pauline Angeli Milyan, Kaylin Mistry, MBBS with distinction, MRes in Clinical Science. Celine Mudhar, Beth Merton, MBBS with distinction. Samira Musasize, MBBS and PG certificate in cognitive neuroscience. Chiluba Musonda, Holly Myers, Akvil Nikitina, Paul Njuko, MBBS and MRes in clinical science. Nana Akua Nuariko, Tatenda Nioni, MBBS and MRes in clinical science. Lorraine Ochieng, MBBS and MClinEd in clinical education. Kogim D. Okangu, Ebuko Lua Odi, Lydia Parsons, Hina Patel, Thomas Payne, Dione Phillips, Ethan Pooley, Daniel Price, Sukonti Pringsulapu. Sorry, Daniel Price also is MBBS with MSc in molecular medicine. Sukonti Pringsulapu, Puvanthi Ranathin, Isabella Quarte, Alexandra Ratcliffe, Molly Reeve, Narki Saki, MBBS and MRes in clinical science. Siman Sula, MBBS and MSc in cognitive neuroscience. Mahan Salihahi, Philip Sequiras Peggs, Sarah Shaida, MRes in clinical science. Shangith Shangar, Monika Singh, Ramiyi Siva Subramanian, MBBS with distinction and an MSc in molecular medicine. Anita Southgate, Maria Steffel, MBBS with distinction and MRes in clinical science. Grace Stott, Keelan Stowe, MBBS with merit, MRes in clinical science. Nevin Subramanian, Florence Sumner, Divya Swaminathan, Tanya Ta, MBBS and MRes in clinical science. Vivek Tank, Aksa Tariq, Binish Tariq, Carla Thomas, MBBS with merit. Constance Tidd, Iris Sai, Luisa Valentini, Eleanor van der Zanden, MBBS with distinction. Ausi Viyakithe, Erin Voss, Nisa Whitworth, Michael Williams, MBBS with distinction MSc in Molecular Medicine, Lauren Winstanley, Eleanor Wong, Jacqueline Wong, Tak Wong, Saskia Woolgrave, Rebecca Wright, Tingwai Wu, Nihal Yamula, MBBS and MRes in Clinical Science. Congratulations to all graduates named today. I would now like to hand over to Josh, who will be giving a speech on behalf of the graduates.
Thank you very much, both of you, and good afternoon, everyone. Hi, I'm Josh. You probably don't necessarily recognise me without the concrete backdrop of the library and the droopy eyes, which reflect the fatigue that I've become all too familiar with over the past 6 years. This, my friends, is what I look like when I spend time outside. So I think I'll start at the beginning. I remember so clearly the excitement and anticipation about starting uni. Walking into the flat STA 001 Suffolk Terrace, downing a small glass of vodka to steady my nerve and walking out to meet my new flatmates, including Sophie and Altsy. We headed down to the Blue Bar, wearing our white t-shirts and ready to start freshers. The first week was a bit of a blur. On the one hand, sitting through the library, referencing lectures and getting to know our new year. And on the other hand, being scared witless by the hardest lecturer of medical school, the menacing HBO Axis. This lecture was enough to send me into the library for the first time, and I never left. I think we've been so lucky at UEA. Having a relatively small year means we've all got to know each other really well. And we've shared a lot over the years as well. We've shared revision materials, we've shared lecture notes, and we've shared what comes up in the OSCE stations until, of course, the med school wised up and started quarantining us. Seriously though, I feel so lucky to have had such supportive friends over the years, and I think UEA promotes that in such a nice way. It's also made it much easier coming from a year above and intercalating, and it's been so great making new friends, even in our last year, and particularly during our interim F1 at James Paget, made much more fun by the people on the respiratory team like Maddie, Bryony and Tommy, all graduating today. Of course, PBL means you gain a new group of friends each year. Some groups work amazingly together and give you friends for life, and some don't work so well. One of my GP tutors said that our group in second year was one of the most dysfunctional group of students he'd ever taught in 15 years. Shout out to B. Barler, Lydia Parsons, Erin Voss, and a few more key people who sadly graduated last year. We've all had our ups and downs over the years, breakdowns, celebrations, and even our own Norwich Medical School pandemic wedding. Congratulations, Carla and Dan, you are officially the medical school power couple. But it wasn't all plain sailing. Medical school was a long old slog, endless days in the library during exam season, the misery only briefly interrupted by finding a sandwich for 15p in the Union shop. And that, of course, knowing we were all going through this misery at times together, that did make it easier. We worked so hard and for so long, so when the time came to go into those OSCEs, the worst thing we could possibly hear were the dreaded words, procedural irregularity. For some reason, I was quite well known for the one particular OSCE station, the ABPI, where I supposedly got so upset about the cuff being broken that I ran out screaming procedural irregularity. I can assure you I didn't scream, although I did actually cry while Chris patted my back and got me a glass of water. Although we're not getting the graduation that we'd hoped for, and the grad ball is nothing but a distant dream, I'm so glad we are all celebrating together today. What a wonderful occasion. Actually, I kind of take that back. I'm bitterly disappointed that we don't get the gowns and the hats and the nice meal. We don't have actually a final chance to say goodbye to each other in person. There's no way of really putting a positive spin on it. But I do hope that some of my reflections today are similar to your own. And crucially, I would like to use this opportunity to say thank you. Thank you to everyone who supported me and, well, us through the course, who answered my stupid questions in the library, who saved me on consultant ward rounds, kept me company on bus rides to King's Lynn, and for making me laugh and feel like I wasn't alone. Thank you for making this the best 6 years of my life, and I hope it was the best 6 years of yours. When you leave school, you feel like top of the pile and leader of the pack. You then start med school and you're a baby again. We've made it to the top. We're the royalty of medical school, but enjoy it while it lasts, because in a week's time, we'll be bottom of the pack again. Good luck, guys, and see you at the reunion. I'll hand over to Tanya now for her talk.
Hello everyone, my name is Tanya Tar, also from Norwich Medical School cohort 2020. It is a privilege to be able to speak on the behalf of my colleagues and my cohort of Norwich Medical School, the University of East Anglia 2020. First of all, I'd like us to all take a moment to reflect on our journey in the last 5 or 6 years. I'm sure we all remember the first day we arrived at the UEA, the first time we sat together in the square, and the first week we spent time getting to know everyone, and also the first year of medical school, which was challenging for some of us, or many of us, in one way or another. But we stuck with it, we kept going, and we hung on together, and here we are today, newly graduated doctors of Norwich Medical School. Of course, we had good times and challenging times, but we made it here today because we had the support of the people for us in the last 5 or 6 years. Therefore, I'd like to say a massive thank you to everyone who's been there for us. It could have been your parents, your relatives, your friends, another medical student, another student in UEA, or anyone who've ever crossed your path and journey in the last years. Thank you all for being there for us, because without you, our journey would have been so much more difficult and probably much duller too. Thirdly, I'd like to say that I'm so proud of us all. Before medical school, I'm sure that many of us had anxieties about whether we would be good enough to be in medical school, to one day become a doctor, to fulfill our dream, to give back to the world, to do something useful. And here we are today. We made it, guys. We are one step closer to what we want to be and who we want to be. And I'm so proud of us all. It wasn't easy, but it's worth it. It might be quite cheesy and cliche, but perhaps tonight you can take a moment to, sit by yourself, look in the mirror, write in the journal, whatever you wish. Say that I'm proud of myself for what I've done, for how far I've gone, and how much. And I'm so proud of you all as well, Norwich Middle School graduate 2020. So just like that, we have conquered our goals to reach this day, and I'm sure we will continue to conquer our future goals and achieve every single success in the future. And our paths will cross again. And until then, stay awesome, Norwich Medical School graduate 2020. Thank you. I'd like to hand over to the good luck messages from academic staff and students of the University of East Anglia.
Hello, I'm Helen Adcock, Head of Year 5, and I just wanted to say a very big congratulations to you all. Well done. Being a medical student and completing the course requires a lot of dedication, commitment and hard work, and that's exactly what you've all done. I know many of you will have been disappointed not to have done your Module 15, but I also know that many of you have been supporting the effort in fighting the first peak of the COVID pandemic. Whether that's been through working or voluntary work or through other roles such as caring, research or service. So that has been greatly appreciated and I'm very proud of you all for doing that. I'd just like you to know that I have made a bit of an effort in dressing up for this presentation. I can't wear a gown this year, but I managed to find this dress which I made for my own graduation 30 years ago. And I came across my diary that I kept on that day, just to show it was really quite a happy occasion. So the procession was quite a pageant with costumes and hats, and the ceremony itself was long. Some usher told me not to set off too early, as it would take a long time to read LW's list of prizes. With my name being Adcock, I was the first of the main section of students. But it was a very happy occasion, and I hope that you've all had a chance to celebrate your success. During this time, it does seem that there's probably 3 key elements to being a doctor, which I'm sure that you will have developed, and I still try to continue to develop. And those are resilience, So the ability, if not to bounce back, then to come back from a setback. The second one is about managing and finding new ways of managing uncertainty. And the third one is about continuing to develop your skills in empathy and compassion. And that means not only for your patients, but also for yourself. So I hope that you enjoy the event, and please do keep in touch. We're always interested to know how you're getting on, and enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you.
Hi, it's Pauline Bryant, and I want to say an absolutely huge thank you to the remote learning team, to the wonderful leaders who took on this challenge, and thank you so much for stepping up to this challenge and doing it so efficiently and with such enthusiasm. You were really careful in how you managed it so that you included others and also provided some contingency plans, as none of us really knew at that stage how bad this virus was going to affect everyone. So you did an absolutely wonderful job, and I know that the material that the students have put together is now available for future use. So thank you very much. To everyone who took part in teaching and created material, thank you to everyone for making this project so successful and being so helpful and being really considerate as to how best we could support the earlier students when so many of our clinicians were pulled away to COVID wards and were unable to teach. It's been a pleasure working with you. I wish you all really good luck in the future. Keep teaching, keep leading, and do your best. Hope we do see you soon.
Congratulations everyone from the Consultation Skills team. We could never have imagined that you'd be graduating at such a unique point in history, and we really hope that the communication skills teaching you received with us serves you well in your clinical practice.
Hello everyone. My name's Dr. Michelle Fromage. You will, I'm positive, have come across me along your 5-year journey at Norwich Medical School. I want to give you my 5 C's to take into your practice. We have the 5 C's of the world. We also have the 5 C's of the NHS. And here are my 5 C's. Courtesy, curiosity, compassion, cue consciousness, and collaboration. What I'd like you to do is think about all of those 5 C's each and every day of your practice, and I hope they serve you well. Well done, everyone.
Thank you, Michelle. And I just want to add my congratulations to the list as well. And to finish on one note, that in your future career as doctors, you'll never know how far you can go until you lose sight of the shore. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Well done and congratulations.
Well, these are very strange times. I'm sitting in my house recording this message to all of you. COVID-19 certainly has turned things upside down. I hope that you and your families are all safe and well. I know that many of you will be disappointed that you cannot celebrate your achievements as we would normally do. But I hope that you will be able to return next year when the university intends to hold your graduation ceremony. To all graduating MBBS students, very many congratulations from me on your achievement. As course director for the MBBS with a foundation year, I'm so very proud to see so many of you graduating who have come through that program. It is hard to think that 6 years have passed already. It has been my pleasure to be a personal advisor and PBL tutor to some of you throughout your time at Norwich Medical School. I have been fortunate to teach physiology to you all, and I hope that I have helped in some little way to allow you to explore the fascinating subject that is the human body. Your hard work and resilience have allowed you to realise your ambition to study medicine. Your FY1 jobs await you in August, and I hope that you are looking forward to starting your journey of practicing medicine. I too am starting a new journey. After 16 years at Norwich Medical School, I am heading back north to my native Scotland to start a new adventure at St Andrews Medical School. I will miss many wonderful colleagues, but most of all, the wonderful students who make Norwich Medical School a great place that it is today. Stay safe and well, and I hope that our paths may cross again sometime in the future.
Hello all, I was particularly looking forward to the celebrations this year, having known some of you since year 1 with consultation skills and others in year 4, consultation skills, PBL and other areas of teaching, together with being the head of year. It's very disappointing that you've not been able to have the celebrations that you have worked so hard for and were looking forward to, but I'm sure that they will be on the horizons and you will be able to celebrate in due course. For my personal advisees in the year, I've known you since year 1. I was particularly proud to see you graduate this year and was looking forward to meeting you again with your families. But for all of you, as you reach this very important stage, very well done, many congratulations, and sending you my very best wishes for a very long and fulfilling career in medicine, and bye for now.
Congratulations to a fantastic achievement. Enjoy life as a doctor and continue to learn about patients, colleagues, yourself, and maybe try and continue to live with that motto, the UEA motto, do different, and enjoy making a difference. Take care, and I really hope to see you again at some point.
Hello there, it's Harry from the Med Placements team. Congratulations from myself, Claire, Katie, Sally and David on the Med Placements team. We're delighted that you overcame all manner of adversity this year and wish you all good luck, professional success and happiness. It really was our pleasure to work with you. I look forward to seeing you all at UEA graduation in July 2021. Take care.
Well done, Year 5. Just a brief message from the anatomy team here. Really well done to get as far as you've done. Through the 5 or 6 years you've been taken through to it, you'll be great, prepared for your next 20, 30 years as doctors. And it's been great fun teaching you. Really well done. Just remember your basic anatomy if you get stuck, and you can work everything out from there. So really well done, and we're always here for you if you need us. Take care.
Hello doctors, well done, congratulations. Thank you for being fabulous students and for really getting into all the changes that we keep making in anatomy, and it really helps us when people get involved with what we're doing. So thank you for being fabulous students, keep making us proud. Well done. Coco says hi. Say hi, Coco. Say congratulations.
Hi guys, well done for getting through. Clearly you've shown yourself to be of a suitable standard, but now it's time to go on and make yourself of an exceptional standard, which I believe you can do. All the best for the future. I'm really proud of you, and it's been an honour being able to teach you. Good luck, guys.
Hey guys, so you're here, congratulations. You've made it, you've finished the degree. Well, no more anatomy in the formal sense, no more time in the dissection room. We've taught everything we could teach you. We're sure that you'll go on, you'll make us proud. And just congratulations, really well done. Sorry we can't be there with you, but hopefully see you soon. Cheers.
Hi, my name's Mary Howman. I'm the Year 5 practice development tutor. So over the last year, I've been around all the Year 5 GP practices, and I've been so impressed with what I've seen and how hard you've all worked in primary care. So just wanted to say really, really well done for graduating, and all best wishes for the future.
So I have a glass of something fizzy in my hand to celebrate with you. First things first then, congratulations. We're so proud of you in Med and how you've coped and adapted this spring. And we know that you're going to continue to cope with this challenge and many other challenges ahead. I want to really thank you for being such brilliant medical educators with the younger cohorts over the last few months. And also for improving our medical curriculum over the years. You've done a fantastic job. Do keep up your brilliant activism and all of this hard work. But also, please do take time to take care of yourselves and to look out for each other in the months and years ahead. One final point, of course, is don't forget about genetics and taking those family histories. Well done. Let's meet again soon.
Well, look at you all, finally graduating into junior doctors. It's amazing to be able to see another set of fantastic students embark on the next chapter in your lives. Throughout these last 5 years, we have watched you grow professionally and emotionally into confident and competent individuals. You've worked so hard for this. You deserve a huge pat on the back. Sure, there's been a few hiccups along the way for some, but we've all found the path back here, and now you find yourselves embarking in a real job with real doctors, nurses, and patients. As you move forward, never forget what brought you to the Norwich Medical School 5 years ago. Was it a desire to help others, to heal the sick, to make a difference? Keep that drive and passion alive in yourselves, and then you'll always enjoy and feel satisfied with your work. Work hard, play hard, make good choices, and be kind always, especially to the nurses who will have your back in the early days and make you a cup of tea when you're busy. Good luck, guys.
Stop, change stations.
I would like to thank all our staff for those heartfelt comments and messages of good luck. And I would also like to add my personal congratulations to all of the medical graduates of the class of 2020. I'm sure that you will all go forward and maintain the traditions of the University of East Anglia medical graduates. We are rightly getting a reputation for producing excellent doctors, and we rank towards the top or at the very top of several surveys related to all branches of practice. And this includes the GMC survey of preparedness of our doctors for their junior doctor practice. We're also now seeing that several of our initial cohorts of doctors are occupying important positions in various organisations in the NHS and academic medicine. And I believe the class of 2020 will also make a major contribution in the various specialties that they will enter in the future. Today, you have all taken the Hippocratic Oath. I would recommend that you think about the words that you have spoken today and use them as a guideline in your practice of medicine in the future. The words resound very clearly with me today, as they did when I graduated, and set some guiding principles that will always ensure that you meet the highest standard of clinical practice. I would like to conclude by imploring you all to enjoy this moment, as Josh said, at the top of this particular tree, and to continue your celebrations outside this event. And I ask you to join me now, or later today, or over the weekend, to raise a glass. And I give you the toast. The toast is the medical class of 2020.